Hello, darlings. I have been really busy and having a wonderful time this summer. But I live right here in Janesville, Wisconsin, and they're talking about possible chance of thunderstorms here. All day long, it's been hot, muggy, and a lot of chemtrails in the sky. Severe weather expected this evening. The moon is beautiful, by the way, but this says thunderstorms will develop this evening across central and southern Wisconsin. Some of these storms are expected to become severe, producing damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and large hail up to 2 inches in diameter. A tornado is also possible. Please check the weather frequently today. Keep it up with sorry. Keep up with the forecast and have a way to receive the warnings. Okay, now earlier there was nothing here, and now this is what's developing. And as it says, this was out earlier this afternoon. Thunderstorms have yet to develop, but the approximate timing that they should arrive in southern Wisconsin is in the graphic below. The thunderstorms should end from north to south during overnight hours. So in the top of Wisconsin, 5 to 7, the middle, 7 to 9, and where I live, 9 to 11. And right now it is 9:37, and the sunset was a beautiful, bright pink orange. Okay, so let's look at what the radar says here on National Weather Service. Okay, well, let's go back. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the radar for the United States. I am going to go to high resolution version, loop image, so we can see what's developing on the radar here over across to Wisconsin. And we've got this pattern. That wasn't there earlier. This is part of it, and then all this. So it was accurate as far as timing for the different layers, still to come down to my area. I'm going to go back now. Look at this radar blob right there. Let's look at that in the larger version, though, just to show you how much energy is being emitted from that right here. That's in the Louisiana, Texas area. That's a large amount of radar for this little storm here, and it almost looks like it's wiping it out. If you see that, seems to wipe out the intensity of that storm for some reason, is what it looks like. The red is more intense. That could just be my imagination. And where you see the circle like what's here, that's as far as the radar goes that's shown on this map. It doesn't mean it's only going that far actually, but it's what's being shown on this map. Okay, let's look at something else. Okay, this is the infrared. We're going to look for the last 24 hours. This is this area that we're talking about. See, nothing all day really, and then the development. And this is a strange line over here. This is water vapor. I can't make it larger so we can view it better. It's 24 hours, and the timestamp is down here. Okay. This one is the visible satellite, and right in here is where I'm looking right now. So that's 24 hours, and then during the day, and you can see some clouds and haze, but this doesn't look like it was. It looks almost like it came out of nowhere. This is in telecast. Before we do anything with that storm, this is earthquakes. I want to show you this earthquake that kind of got a lot of people riled up yesterday. 5.8 in Lincoln, Montana, and then a 4.9. And the last one was a 3.8 at 22.24 GMT time. It does look larger on here. There we go. There was also this one in Puerto San Jose, Guatemala. This one is a 5.1 in Tonga. This is a pretty large one over here in the Philippines, 6.5 and 6.9, and then a 4.6. Last one was at 10.31 GMT time. So I'm here in the RSOE-EDIS, and the information about that earthquake in the Philippines says tsunami not observed. Should always be something considered when there is a earthquake of any magnitude near water. Now, I like this map. It doesn't tell everything, but it has a lot of interesting things that are happening, and if you click on it, like this one, say for example, epidemic hazard, more details. So then you go to the description, and it will tell you the State Department of Health has reported the first case of the plague in New Mexico this year. And you can read about it. Just the link for all this will be below. We'll just go back to where we were and get on the alert map. This is a tropical storm report. More details are right here. Tells you the whole activity of it. This doesn't sound like a very big deal right at the moment. Gusts of 65 miles an hour. So I'm not completely concerned about that or anything right now. Oops. These little things that look like heartbeats are earthquakes. And then we have a lot of other things on here. Biological hazard, drought, explosion. Has nothing really to do with what I was talking about, but I do find this interesting. In Elgin Air Force Base in Florida, crews are investigating an explosion that happened at Florida's Elgin Air Force Base. The base has implemented a shelter-in-place order between Elgin Boulevard to Van Matre. Look at that. Hey, what do you think about that, my dear friend? Van Matre. Man. There is a couple of friends that is an inside. That's a big deal. I'm going to put a link for that below. So this name right here is very similar to this name. And this YouTube channel by Dante Santori has a lot of information about this race of people. And I recommend that you take a look if you're curious, because you will be amazed. If you look over here on the side, part 3, part 4. Amazing. So the link for this link will be below. And this book here, Alien Race Book by Dante Santori, is a great book if you're interested in some of the information about the alien races. Okay. So anyway, I see a connection here. And the OCSO reports visible smoke does not pose a health hazard to the general public. The cause of the explosion is under investigation. Okay, let's go back to Wisconsin. So here we are with the earthquakes on there. I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to put it on the radar. And this lets you know what storm systems are around and what hazards there are, if any. So these blue diamond shapes, oh, it's taking a while to load. These blue are hail detected. And the green is strong cell. And I live right down here, so it is headed right in my direction. And let's look at the weather, because it's still pretty hot and muggy. I mean, the temperature out right now, 81, 82. So that's pretty warm with this temperature difference here behind it, with the storms that are coming down. And we'll just take a quick look at the United States. Oops, we don't need all that. We can't even tell anything. Let's get rid of that. And this only shows up for the United States, so I apologize to everybody else because I know there's weather all over the world. I can see some radar over here in Europe, but it's not these little symbols like here. But this, storms have been happening like for several days, it seems like. And here they're showing wind near San Francisco. Possible damaging winds, which sometimes is not accurate to what is really happening. Possible damaging winds up here. So I'm interested in what's going to play out here tonight. Okay, this is College of DuPage, and I apologize for saying and. I hate that when people do that. You can see this chemtrail right here, this huge one, but there's been a lot of little ones that aren't showing up on here all day long. But watch how this seems to, let's go back. It seems to come almost out of nowhere. There's like this moving thing here, and it comes up like a ground-based rocket that inspired or triggered these storms. We'll just go a little at a time and see how it comes up. Like this is the starting point here. And expanding. Same for this up here. Now I did think it was weird. A week and a half ago, there was a huge storm through here, and everybody's phone went off notifying us, and it's never done that before for most people. So somehow they are connected to all of our phones now, and I believe they're testing some of this out. But I know now they have a connection to my phone, and a lot of people weren't even concerned about it because they thought it was great. It is great, but where is it? Where? Who's connected to my phone now? Okay, this is College of DuPage radar. Watch how this just moves right over and joins with that one. That one looks like it's just stable sitting there, and then this all moves over on the radar and connects with that. One more time, we'll watch that. And the timestamp doesn't show up if I'm in Zoom, so I will unzoom and show you that right there. Okay. Also watch how all the radar seems to bloom on as the evening rolls on. And we're in areas where there isn't anything happening. See? All right. Now I'm still on College of DuPage infrared satellite though, and I want to show you these lines that are coming down that are some kind of energy system. It's happening right at this time here. We'll get in a little closer so you can see right where they're hitting. Except for that, it extends beyond there. For example, you can see this little black dot here coming from that line. Okay, so I'm going to unzoom it, and I'm just going to move it back so you can see the lines aren't there at that time. We'll move it forward one. There they appear, and then we'll move it forward one more, and then they're gone. Okay? I'm grateful for you, and I'm here at your service. So I just want to show you on this IntelliCast these triangular lines that are coming out from this area. Each one of these lines this way is 5 minutes. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm down here. So I have a while before I see interesting stuff. So we're just kind of preparing right at the moment. Bye-bye.